In number 27, I'm sharing the single most important tip I can ever give you for constant self improvement. I urge you to record and critique one call or presentation a day for the rest of your career. The odds are that after you finish the series and then start applying these invaluable tips and techniques, you will never again be dependent upon a manager to give you any direction. You'll be able to listen to yourself and determine what areas you need to strengthen. Are you enthusiastic? Are you listening properly? Are you pacing yourself? Are you using continuation phrases? Are you performing? Are you using short answers to questions and objections? Are you closing strong enough? Are you asking for referrals, etc.? We can practice until we are blue in the face. However, nothing will ever take the place of hearing how you sound and react when you're in the trenches ducking bullets. I have to share what happened to me a few months after starting my career in sales. Many of the guys I worked with knew that I was a tape junkie. Back then we didn't have CDs. And they would ask me, "Well, who do you listen to on the way to work to get pumped and juiced and jacked every morning?" Well, when I told them I listened to myself, they couldn't believe it until I explained that when I first started, a wise sales pro had told me about the value of recording one call a day so I could get a little better from day to day. Well, of course, since I was on a mission to make as much money as possible in the shortest period of time, I didn't want to wait until tomorrow to get better. I wanted to get better on the next call. So I started recording every sales call. Well, after a few weeks, I had several calls recorded where I was in a zone and I had made a large sale. I mean, no matter what the other person said, it seemed like I had the perfect response and I was at the very top of my game. Well, those were the recordings that I listened to on the way to work to remind me how great I really was when I was performing to be to the very best of my ability. That brings me to something else I discovered, which ended up increasing my sales and income another 20%. When I was listening to the recorded calls of sales I hadn't made, I would invariably hear something I either did wrong or I could have done better. I would prepare for a callback and then say something like this: "Mr. Prospect, I was going back over the call we had a couple hours ago in my mind, and I believe I owe you an apology." Well, they always say, "Why? What happened?" Well, at that point, I would say, "I neglected to mention," or "I believe I didn't make myself clear on," or "I forgot to cover," and then I'd get right back into my presentation and try to do it the right way this time. Amazingly enough, I closed a little over 20% of the people I called back after not selling them on the original call. Even if you can't record your calls, you can at least call back the prospect and ask why they didn't make a purchase. Once you find out why, it's a simple matter to correct whatever you did wrong and start closing again. By recording and critiquing yourself, you will achieve greatness in sales. As always, please complete the assignment in your workbook. This is Stan Ballou wishing you a fantastic future.